Today's episode of the Botch Pod is brought to you by our new favorite fantasy app called Draft. Here's how it works. It's a season-long best ball format. Your best players get automatically selected, and you'll get the best score every week. You can draft a team anytime you want, and the best part is you can play for cold, hard cash. Leagues start from just $3, so there's a league for everyone. Just search Draft in the App Store or go to playdraft.com and come play free with promo code FAKEPIGSKIN. I played in a draft this weekend with Andrew from TFA and Austin from ADP Mercenaries, and I won $1. But you can win more, and for a limited time only, all new players get a free entry into a $3 best ball draft when you make your first deposit. But you have to use our promo code FAKEPIGSKIN. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do this.
And welcome to the 10th episode of the Botch Pod presented by FakePigskin.com. We've made it 10 episodes, and Regan still hasn't canceled us yet. That's awesome. I'm your host, Josh Bennett, and I'm joined today by one of my Botch Pod co-hosts, Michael Vincent. Mike, what's up, man?
How you doing? Happy 10th anniversary or 10th episode anniversary. I was going to call it Botch Pod X, but I think that would take off our rating. So I went with 10.
Yeah, that would kill us. I'm also joined today by my other Botch Pod co-host, Zach Van Kirk. What's up, Zach?
It's not much, dude. I don't know that this is my 10th episode, so you guys can celebrate. But
we will. We'll celebrate. We'll celebrate your 10th episode and 6 more episodes. So
Jesus,
that was great. We also have a guest later today, making her second appearance on the show from the Fantasy Authority. Sam Holt is back to talk about some sneaky flex starts. Sam was our first ever guest on this show, and she's now under contract to appear once every 10 episodes. So that we're glad to have her. Glad to have her a part of the team. Let's get right down to it. Let's get the show going. Our first segment tonight is always our favorite segment, Revenge Games. Mike, name a revenge game you're looking this week.
So I was all excited for the big Green Bay-Chicago game, the Martellus Bennett versus the Bears, and he apparently got cut today. So no Marty Bennett. So I'm going to have to go with my second most favorite one, which is the Darius Hayward-Bay of the Pittsburgh Steelers going up against his former team, the Indianapolis Colts. He's actually played the Colts before. I think he had one catch for 21 yards, but the precedent's there, so it exists.
Awesome. Zach, what about you? What's a revenge game you're watching for?
I'm watching the biggest revenge game of the year, quarterback showdown. You rarely get two quarterbacks that have played for previous teams and are now playing each other, which is what we have. Ryan Fitzmagic and Josh, I don't know, he's a weird guy, McCown. So that'll be fun. Tampa Bay versus New York. Going to win the game. McCown's going to throw like 6 touchdowns. And Fitzpatrick will throw 5.
Wow. So it's a shootout.
Big shootout.
It's shootout of the week.
All right. We're already going to give away the future segment. All right.
All right. A revenge game I'm watching to go off of that game is Austin Seferian-Jenkins of the New York Jets going back up against his former team that drafted him, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. ASJ had a tough time in Tampa Bay, struggled with alcoholism, couldn't stay on the field, couldn't stay out of trouble. Was he released or traded? I think he was released.
He was released.
He was released and re-signed with the Jets, or signed with the Jets. And
he also told some fans that he would want some personal time with their moms.
He did.
Yeah. That was one of his career highlights in Tampa. But now he's with the Jets, and he's playing actually pretty well. And he looks like he's matured and grown up a little bit. So I'm liking it.
Yeah, I just traded for him in a best ball league for a 2018 third. So it's a tight end premium league, and I'm hoping that him and McCown keep that good rapport going, especially this week against their former teams.
I traded for him in a 0.5 PPR league. I traded Theo Riddick straight up for him.
Oh, nice.
So
Man,
I'm liking
who
that.
cares?
Hey, what league do you have him in, Zach? Or do you even pay attention to your
None,
leagues?
because I only own good players.
You actually traded
Oh.
him to me. That was my you got a 2018 third for Austin Safarian Check-ins in a tight end premium best ball league. Way to go.
Well,
So
I would take
won.
ASJ.
I won.
Nope, you lost.
No, you lost.
All right, I won.
Fantasy Twitter, Dynasty Trades would say that the ASJ side won.
Mm-hmm, just because he's the guy that.
Yeah, 'cause he's the guy. But then
Had
if
a
you did it
name.
in March, the draft pick would win.
Oh,
because
God,
everyone's in
yeah.
draft mode. So, it all depends on what time of year.
It's a 312, so it's basically a fourth because I'm going to be champion in that league, so it doesn't matter.
Right. Sure. Cool. Okay. Well, Mike, champion of the league. What's another revenge game you're watching this week?
Big PPR guy, PPR backs. I don't draft running backs in the first round. I try to go with these kind of guys. Travaris Cadet of the Buffalo Bills just signed there. He was somewhere, just got cut, and now he's playing his former team, the team he drafted him, the New Orleans Saints. He spent some time in New England 1 year, but now he's going up against his former squad. It's a home game for the Bills. Not sure if it's going to be a shootout because all of a sudden the Saints are a good defense. But
Alvin Kamara. Defense.
You figure where did Kamara go to school?
I don't remember.
Tennessee, maybe. But you figure the Saints are going to be up. Oh, the Saints are going to be up so much that they're just going to have to pepper Cadet with catches, with passes, and McCoy. Who knows? Maybe they rest him like they did at the end of that Jets game.
All right, Zach. Do you have any more revenge games for us?
Yeah, I got probably one of the biggest ones that everybody exploded about. AJ Derby getting traded from New England to Denver.
Oh.
It's also a classic Denver versus New England game, which was always fun when Peyton was there. It was terrible because there's that one game where ripped the hearts out of every New England fan ever by just running for a touchdown at the end of the game.
In overtime. Yeah, that was a Brock. Yeah, that was the year they won the Super Bowl, and that was frustrating because I think it was the day Gronk got hurt, and it was Sunday Night Football just like this week, so it was a little disappointing. I remember that.
Do you know what
I'm old enough to remember that.
Do you know what the greatest Broncos Patriots game ever was, though?
Let me guess. If I had to guess, it is the game where the Broncos lost in Sunday Night Football after blowing a big lead. Wes Welker fumbled a punt.
No, before that, when Champ Bailey picked off Tom Brady in the playoffs and returned the ball almost for a touchdown, and then Denver scored and gave Tom Brady his first ever playoff loss, 2005.
Wow, that is Tom Brady's first ever playoff loss.
Yep. So, go Broncos.
Okay. All right. We can see how.
Look at that. I dove deep into that. That was awesome.
That was a me. That was a Mike right there.
That was a Mike. That should be behind a paywall, in my opinion.
It should. Oh, that's another good one for the next segment. But don't forget that it's also Sunday Night Football, and we're going to be on again at that time for our 11th show. So we'll be definitely discussing the first half of that game. I'm thinking Patriots will be up by 25.
20. Yeah, I'd say 21.
Oh, just okay.
Yeah.
28-3.
I say they're down 21-3 at the half.
Okay.
And then they're down 28-5 with like 2 minutes left in the third.
Okay.
But they would never be able to come back from that. They would never be able to. That's just too much.
I watched that the other day.
I've seen crazier things.
I'm still shocked how stupid Atlanta was play calling at the end of that game.
Give the ball to Devonta Freeman. That's
People forget that they almost they got close enough to the field goal, but the holding call. God, they were so dumb. Anyway, yeah.
Okay. We got one more. I'll go ahead and throw it out. Matt Moore versus Carolina, his former team. Matt Moore is going to kill it
as a
holding the clipboard for Jay Cutler, and
he's going to be
awesome.
a solid, support for. I don't know. He's not even going to see the field. He might not even have a clipboard.
Spin zone. Julius Peppers, former Bear, beats up his former teammate, former Bear Jay Cutler. Matt Moore comes in the game, throws 4 tutties. Quarterback controversy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, don't forget.
People want Jay Cutler out of there.
They do.
They wanted him at the beginning of the season, but now they want him out of there. So Okay. Well, that does it for revenge games. We have a good week of revenge games.
Yeah, compared to last week. God, last week was terrible.
Last week was a graveyard. It was terrible. Let's go to my favorite segment, Dead or Back. This is the greatest segment ever.
We need music for that, too.
We really do. We just need music. We need production value. Who posts this shit? Okay, just music. That's awful. Right. Okay. Cool. Mike.
Yes.
280 characters on Twitter. Dead or back?
I think 280 characters sounded like a great idea like 3 years ago when you couldn't reply or quote tweet or do anything. But I think most people, the consensus is it's not necessary. We've all been used to 140. It's like being adopted and like having a family and like you love them, and then all of a sudden like, hey, your real family wants to adopt you. Like, wait, I was doing fine. Why do you have to double my parents, double my characters? Yeah, deep.
That sums it up.
Yes,
I've never felt the same emotion between the two. That's great.
Yeah.
All right. Cool, Zach. Guys with NFL and their Twitter handle, are they dead or back?
They're back, dude. I am one of those guys with fucking NFL in their handle, and I love it. I've gotten so many followers. I actually think I've lost followers since I did that.
Yeah, you've lost followers. Yeah.
Yeah, I lost followers. It's fine. It's a parody. It's dead. It's always been dead. Don't have NFL in your handle.
I appreciate those people though. They really they do it for, it's like the people who had like Dynasty in their Twitter accounts, or
I hate those people.
Or what they do on Twitter, like MV tweets here. No shit, Mike. But I mean, if everyone else did that, it would defeat the purpose of it.
Yeah, if everybody just took their initials and then put tweets here after it, it'd be terrible.
Yeah. It's true. But NFL, get NFL out of your name. It doesn't help you. It doesn't do anything.
It doesn't.
It makes you look stupid.
Makes you look pretentious.
Pretentious. That's a better word.
Okay. NFL people with NFL in your handle, you are pretentious. Okay.
And we hate
Zach.
you.
And we hate you. Oh, no, this one goes to Mike. Mike, charts no one can read, dead or back?
So I think charts in general, I think we've reached the point where charts are old. Like, it's old news. There's too many charts. There's too many people putting charts out there, especially when you put them in a tweet and then you have like a picture, like panorama of 4 different tweets with pictures, and you have no idea what you're reading. You got it, Jay Ajayi's ADP in December, and then Jay Ajayi's ADP in March, and then you got it comparing it to like a Corey Coleman or a Tyrell Williams, and you really don't know what you're reading anymore. But because there's a chart on there, and chances are it's tweeted by a guy with an NFL in his Twitter handle, it's probably too smart for you at that point. But I think let's dumb it down a little bit. We're all here for the start and sits.
Absolutely. We don't need any more of those charts. And my thing is, I feel like we see those charts a lot more in the off season. Like off season Twitter is just charts through your whole timeline with bar graphs and lines that squiggle and change colors and so many charts. But right now, you're not seeing too many at the moment.
Because you're looking at ADP. You're looking at, this guy's ADP before the draft on MFL was he was a 19th rounder. Now he's a 8th rounder because they didn't draft a guy, or vice versa, where a guy like Spencer Ware was getting drafted early and then Kareem Hunt took over. That's great, but in season, air yards are dead. Done.
What is an air yard?
It's funny that you say that because I don't know what this website is, but because I was trying to find another chart I saw earlier, which I'll mention as well too. It was talking about speed of a player on a play when he has the ball, measuring the speed of a player when he has the ball. How does that matter towards anything? And then I saw this one, which I didn't even understand. I don't even know what this is. RACR. I don't even know what that is.
That's awesome.
By depth, and it's comparing Adam Humphries and Mike Evans, which I don't know. I don't even know anymore.
All right, let's guess. Racker, reception after
catch radius.
Radius after catch. Radius.
Radius after catch radius.
Return after catching radius.
Return after catch radius.
I'm going to ask Twitter, what is Racker?
Okay, go ahead. Ask him what air yards is.
And I'm going
Actually,
to
don't. I don't know this.
I'm going to add
I don't
my
care.
fantasy league. I added my fantasy league because they're good at retweeting. Shout out to them.
They really are.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to get to the bottom of Racker, and when we do, you watch out.
Just listen to all of our podcasts for like the next year or so, and you'll find out.
Maybe.
Eventually.
You might find out at some point.
What are you drinking over there? What are you drinking, Zach?
I got a vodka and Dr. Pepper.
Dude.
That's disgusting.
That's disgusting. What are you doing?
What is wrong with you?
It's cherry vodka and Dr. Pepper, dude. It tastes delicious. What are you talking about?
Oh. That still sounds weird. Okay,
You're
our
weird.
next one. Zach, are you dead or back?
I'm back, dude.
2 episodes in a row.
2 episodes
Oh my
in a
gosh.
row. I'm here for the 10th episode anniversary. So I'm back. I'm back for good. I also got an alarm clock.
I'm glad.
That'll wake me up on Wednesday nights when I fall asleep early.
And you almost were at Taco Bell today, but you were somewhere else?
So I'm back. I'm back for good. I also got an alarm clock. That'll wake me up.
Uh-oh, someone's YouTube is on.
That's Samantha. It's
Samantha.
Sam. You added her.
Mute.
So I'm back.
Oh, no.
Let's wait for it.
That'll wake me up.
Uh-oh, someone's YouTube is on.
That's Samantha. It's Sam. You added her.
Mute.
So I'm back.
All right, I muted her.
There
Samantha,
she goes. All
All
right.
right.
That was
Samantha,
awesome.
We needed some sort of botchiness.
That
in
was
this
botched.
episode.
It was going too well. We botched a simple invite. Samantha, you're not allowed to have your microphone on yet. You are not here yet. All right.
She's not here.
She's not here.
Mike.
Yes.
Kareem Hunt, dead or back?
That's a you guy. I will let you have that one because
He's fine.
I saw you tweet earlier today. You said the next time he has a 30-point game, that Dynasty Twitter will be right back on his bandwagon. So how do you feel about that?
I think they will. I think that he got underused the last few weeks. He's on a bye this week. His value is at his lowest. It's supposed to be, which, again, we're 10 games into the season, and it's been a roller coaster ride, but he'll be back. He never died. He stayed.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Zach, mock drafts, dead or back?
I don't know. They're not back yet. I don't know. You can't have a mock draft right now.
We tried, and everybody, we tried. We came on to Fake Pigskin to do mock drafts. That's our thing. That's what got us the followers. I think my 2 co-hosts here each have over 1,000 followers. I'm trying to get there. That was our bread and butter. That's what got us the notoriety we have. And you can't do them in the season. Nobody cares in the regular season. So
it's everybody bases it off of the week before. Like, no matter how hard you try, the top 15 guys are going to be in the top 15, but there's still going to be some variance even there where it's like, oh, this dude had a good week, so let's bump him up a spot or two. Well, he's still 7th overall, and he's being drafted at 4th overall because he had a 40-point week. It doesn't make any sense during the season, at least.
Right.
Hey,
at least when the season's over, everybody takes a step back.
My fantasy league tweeted me back. They asked me where I'm seeing RACR. So I think they think that I was asking about their site. So I gotta DM them later.
Okay.
That's right. MFL follows me. So
yeah, they did. Me too, and Zach. So congrats.
Oh.
Cool.
I am
Mike.
NFL.
He is. Mike, paywalls, dead or back?
So we have to tiptoe nicely around here because I know Fake Pigskin has a paywall. It's very important to understand that we're all trying to, everyone's trying to make a buck here. But Fake Pigskin is good about not over-advertising it. You want to read something about a journal, about someone's draft, and then you have to pay $3 to get into it. That's frustrating. If it's actual data and important information, pay for it. Paywalls are back, but eventually everyone's going to have a paywall. If your information sucks and it can be gotten somewhere else, you don't need a paywall. That's what I think. But so they're dead to me, but they're back for many people.
Right. I agree, and it really just comes down to what you're paying for. Because there's going to be tons of content to purchase when it comes to fantasy sports all throughout the internet. But if you look at the deal that Fake Pigskin does, based on all the information they have and all the multiple sports they do, it's awesome. And it doesn't get talked about enough. So I'm going to say everyone else's paywall is dead, but ours is back.
FakePigskin.com.
Check it out.
Check it out. Great podcasts.
Cool. All right, last one. Zach, dead or back? Your fantasy team.
Dead. It's always been dead. Nobody gives a shit.
You are not good at fantasy.
You're terrible.
Why are you
Dude,
good?
I am so good at redraft, though. Like, if you look at my redraft leagues, like Cups Brawl.
You should take NFL. You should take NFL out of your Twitter handle and put redraft.
Redraft Zach. No, because I'm actually pretty good at redraft, and I don't want that to be a thing.
Cool.
Not committing.
All right, well, Mike, we have a transition coming. That is your goal.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay. First, I have to make sure that Sam's microphone is working because we muted her.
Well, and that we're not going to hear ourselves. It's like when someone calls on the radio and you can hear the radio in the background. And the hosts are like, turn that shit down.
I think
No one says that.
No, they say turn off your radio. So I'm going to eject her, and then we're going to have her come back. So, so.
Bye, Sam.
Bye, Sam. Because you muted. We had to mute you and eliminate you. So we're going to have to add you back. That's what happens here when you go live. You live on the Botch Pod, you get situations like this where you can't even transition to a person correctly. So.
Nope. Okay, well, while we're waiting on Sam, let's go through this little topic we have for Dynasty Twitter. The question is, okay, it's Dynasty season. You're either contending or pretending at this point. If you're contending, are you buying these vets for a stretch run? And what are you paying for them? Zach, I'll start with you. Larry Fitzgerald. If you're about to win a championship but you need a little help, how much are you paying for Larry Fitzgerald?
Oh, gosh. I'll go contrarian. I mean, it's not contrarian. I don't know. I don't really care.
You don't know what contrarian means, do you?
No. I mean, I know
Spell
what it means.
Spell contrarian.
C-U-N-T.
That's it. Well, yep, you got it.
Okay. R something.
What word did I mispronounce last week?
Prodigal.
Prodigal. Prodigal?
Prodigal.
Okay.
Prodigal.
Fitzgerald. Which one?
Fitzgerald, I would give a second for him, to be honest. Maybe, I don't know, depending on how well I'm doing in that league or what the second's worth. Probably like a mid to late second, but still a second, you know. Okay. He's still good.
Yeah, he's fine. He's serviceable. Mike, Jason Witten in a standard PPR league, not tight end premium.
Okay, I don't think he's worth an ad right now. I think they're not looking his way. I think Dak's starting to get his confidence up that he doesn't feel like he needs to use him as a safety valve as much. And I think that I don't think I'm buying him unless it's like a late third or fourth rounder.
Okay. Zach, Jordy.
Cool. I like dogs.
Yeah, they won't show up.
Oh, that dog.
Jordy, Zach.
Jesus. Jordy. Gosh, I don't know if I'm buying Jordy. The Packers. I mean, it's different when Carson Palmer goes down, you have Drew Stanton step up, and then you still have Fitzgerald. But I feel like it's different with Jordy because I don't know. I think the Packers just suck. Brett Hundley's obviously not the answer. They've lost 3 in a row. I don't know. I don't have any faith in Jordy, especially when this week Randall Cobb was like the leading receiver or something. You know, it makes no sense, and it'll never make any sense until Rodgers is back.
Right.
Fair.
Okay. Fair.
Hello.
Hey.
Yay!
All right. She made it. All right. Let's start. Okay. So joining us now is our first recurring guest. If you don't count Andrew while Zach is on sabbatical, also from the Fantasy Authority, it's Sam Holt. You can follow her on Twitter at Samantha R. Holt. And she will be doing her segment Flexing with Samantha. I just made that up. Hi, Sam.
Hi, guys. It sounds like I'm about to show you guys like a workout video.
I hope. Something.
Not going to be quite that entertaining, but I was listening in earlier. Loved all your revenge game talk. That was really fun.
We try.
We don't really, though.
We don't. We just look at the schedule and say, oh, this guy played on this team. And it's like, all right, it works. You should have heard it last week. It was terrible. It was the worst revenge game week of all time.
Nice. Well, I mean, when it comes to flex options, I basically just look at the schedule and say, I want nothing to do with that game and everything to do with that game. So
there you go.
That's how the magic happens. If I'm a little bit distracted, it's only because I have a new kitten and he is trying to destroy my kitchen.
Cat people. Yes, I'm not the only one. Fuck you, Zach.
Cat people are the worst.
I like all animals, but my brother gifted me a kitten, so I have a kitten now.
So you got to show some respect now, Zach, moving forward. Dog people and cat people.
Awesome.
We all just like animals, dude.
Yes.
I think you were shitting on me for a while about cats, but that's okay. We'll save that for Cups ball.
There you go. Okay. I'll just jump right in. Plenty of games to look at. Thankfully, there's only 4 teams on bye, which is nice. It's still hard, but it's not nearly as bad as last week and the week before when it was basically a wasteland of bye weeks. One of my favorites this week is Juju Smith-Schuster for Pittsburgh, just because he is basically killing it. And even though they've said that they're going to be giving the ball to Martavis, I mean, Smith had 80% of the snaps in week 8. So he's definitely going to be targeted as their guaranteed wide receiver 2. Bryant is going to have to work really hard to get any targets in that game.
Yeah, I think that they're going to work him back in, but I think Smith-Schuster's probably your number 2 there. Obviously, Antonio Brown is the guy taking – I think Vontae Davis is not playing too, so all their corners are going to shift up one. So that definitely opens up a good chance for Smith-Schuster to have a good game in a flex spot.
Exactly. He's also had a touchdown in each of his last 2 games, and the Colts have allowed the 6th most fantasy points to receivers. So you guys are guaranteed something out of receivers in Pittsburgh.
There you go. So now we can start him. So if anyone's got Smith-Schuster and you have a bye week fill-in, he's your guy, one of your guys.
Exactly. Another game
I feel like this is the week that like Eli Rogers goes off again. Like for some reason, we're back to Eli Rogers.
Well, remember it is a Darius Hayward Bay revenge game. So
see, there you go.
So it might, yeah. So Juju Smith, but you know what? That's your sleeper. That's your cheap sleeper on DFS.
It's like perfect Juju, which means it's going to be a perfect week for
isn't there
Eli Rogers,
Justin Hunter or Roosevelt Nix fullback game? Something like that. So, but that being said, Juju is the best flex play in Pittsburgh. So,
yeah, definitely there, especially in PPR. The next guys I wanted to talk about is actually a combo. I wanted to talk about the LA Rams and Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp. My cat's biting my foot. Sorry.
it's a botch. It's okay. This is the pod to do this.
Can't distract me right now. Yeah, obviously the Rams are a completely different team this year than they were last year. Sean McVay has completely transformed that offense and finally gotten Goff some plays and people who he can work with. So that's exciting. And to that end, Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp are literally neck and neck in their rankings on ESPN. So, and that's obvious why, because Woods has received 70% of the snaps. Kupp has received 61. In targets, they're right there too. Woods has had 49. Kupp has had 48. Touchdowns, Woods has had 2. Kupp has had 3. So in this game against Houston, who has just been battered, bruised, and not looking the way that they should this time of year, you're likely to see one of them get in the end zone. And if one of them doesn't get in the end zone, he's going to make up for it in receptions.
And you know what's great? That you said nothing about Sammy Watkins because he is an afterthought in that offense. Sorry, I know Josh was a Sammy Watkins guy, but yeah, it's not his show anymore.
I was never.
Someone compared him to Travis Benjamin. No.
Yeah, like a poor man's Travis Benjamin, or Travis Benjamin is a poor man's Sammy Watkins, one way or the other. But thankfully, he's no longer relevant. I think he caught the 1 catch last week, right? I mean, 167 and 1. That's a Travis Kelce. That's a Travis Kelce. That's a Sammy Watkins line. So sorry, Cups. That is your guy, not Josh's. I apologize, but he's dead. It's not even a dead or back. He's a dead. So Cooper Kupp probably the best play on the Rams for now, at least for the most consistency.
Definitely. And then other players that are getting notes are Marquise Lee. Keeping an eye on him, though, as he is questionable this week. see, he didn't even practice today. But I do like his odds up against – where am I?
The Chargers.
Chargers. Yeah, the Chargers have done nothing this season. I went to a game, and it was like I was just there to watch Jay Cutler throw passes to the crowd.
Oh, I think you were there when Andrew was there then. Same day. I think Andrew was at that one.
Yeah, it was, a little bit of a shit show, but that's okay. Still a football game.
Exactly.
I'll take what I can get. I just like going to games. But yeah, I like Lee. I like Bilal Powell for the Jets because Tampa Bay has not really put up much of a fight on that end either. And then in Miami, I think I'm going to roll with Kenyon Drake as my other flex option just because with Jai gone, he and Williams are going to be neck and neck. But I think that the coaches have talked most about Drake, so he's likely to see some red zone love there this week.
Yeah, Williams got the bigger line this week because he had the catches, but Kenyon Drake was getting more of the snaps, more of the touches. So I could see that. I could see people falling into a Damian Williams trap this week, and then Drake ends up being the guy. It's always interesting to see who emerges out of those backfields when that happens.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other favorite I have is one that I wrote about last week, and that's Orleans Darkwa. And he's got a great matchup against San Francisco this week. So he is going to bring you some points. He didn't get you a touchdown last week, but I think that he will get you at least one this weekend, considering absolutely everyone and their mother has scored on San Francisco. Is that accurate to say?
Yeah, I think everyone goes off. I think Adrian Peterson scored like 37 points last week.
Oh, yeah, and like 40 touchdowns. He was
a machine. The Giants might also have a new head. We didn't talk about this during transition, but we were supposed to BS around, but it got deleted magically from the show sheet from Josh, that the Giants might be getting rid of Bob McAdoo. So who knows what they do? Maybe they pound the rock with Darkwa, so that would be an interesting play if that ends up being the case.
That was never on the show sheet.
There was a spot that said BS and talk, and it was gone. And so you go right into revenge games, and I don't know what happened. You threw me for a is it threw me for a loop? You threw me, you fucked with me there. So I'm okay with it, but it's a big roundabout way to talk about it now.
Hey, Mike, quick question: is Bob McAdoo, is that Ben McAdoo's twin brother?
I assume.
I don't want to jump in and correct him, but I think it's Ben McAdoo.
I assume all people are Bob. You don't know. Sam.
I thought this was a Rob and Rex Ryan situation. Like there's the McAdoo brothers. I don't
could
know.
be. There's a Ben defensive coordinator and Bob. Yeah, it's Ben and Bob. Doesn't matter. He's out of the. Not going to work here anymore. So
does Bob also have a terrible mustache and horrible haircut?
It. That's what they do over there.
And couldn't find clothes that fit him.
The McAdoo, poor guy. He never had a chance. He was supposed to be the Tom Coughlin replacement, and he's just done. He couldn't do it. And Eli's washed. Shout out to Cups again for using washed. And I think that offense over there, I think Darkwa. If anyone has to be the guy, it's either going to be Wayne Gallman or Darkwa over there. Not Paul Perkins. That's for sure. So if they want to, start the transition to a more running-based team now that Beckham and Marshall are out, I think Orleans Darkwa is probably your best bet. So I will put all my money on that for this week.
Well, I also wouldn't be surprised to see Wayne Gallman get a touchdown this weekend just because it's the Niners. But I wouldn't be picking him up as a flyer and bypassing someone else that's got a better position. So, there are a lot of guys that could have quote-unquote breakout weekends this week, but I think you need to roll with the numbers and look at your targets and play it safe still, even though it is week 10 and some people might have such a horrible record, they say, screw it, I'm just going to roll with dart throws. But do yourself a favor and check your matchups and check the targets because you don't want to lose a game over something as silly as your flex spot. Yeah,
and last week I believe your article said throw Ted Ginn out there, and I think he scored a touchdown. So if you read her article last week on the Fantasy Authority, you said start Ginn and just disregard all the other people she said to start because Ted Ginn scored a touchdown. So
hey, I got Marvin Jones pretty darn right.
You did get Marvin Jones right. That is true. So what was the other one? Who was the third one?
I had Darkwa, and then I had what was the other guy?
It doesn't matter. He didn't do anything.
Well, I feel like with flex spots,
That's the point. That's the point. Is flex exactly. So
you flex. You see what you're gonna get, and
exactly. Yeah.
that's why you got to roll with the matchup too, just because that has such a huge factor in those guys and in the corners that they play against too.
Exactly. Yeah, because it's either going to be the second corner, the slot corner. If a corner's out, like I said with the Colts, everyone's going to be pushed down one, and you're going to have your fourth corner on your third receiver, and then that's where people make their money in daily fantasy, and that's where if you want to be ahead of the game in redraft and dynasty lineups, you are. You're going to be in good shape. One thing we didn't talk about last week, Sam, when the Dodgers got eliminated from the World Series, I found out you were a Dodgers fan. Zach was rooting against the Dodgers the entire way, so I think he's very excited to be able to rub it in someone's face. Go ahead.
Just bring it on, whatever you want to say. It's fine.
It's not that I'm like anti-Dodgers. I'm just anti-LA because as an Arizona native, you're just the only rival that you have is the closest city, which is LA or like San Diego, but mostly LA. There's nothing else like close by. You can't be like rivals with Colorado or anybody in Texas. It doesn't make sense. So I was just raised to hate every single LA team, and I don't like the Dodgers. So
there you go.
There you go. That sounds valid to me.
Yeah. But you know what? In the end, it was a good baseball series. We didn't get to touch on it earlier. I think they were losing when we recorded last Wednesday. But, baseball season's over. And now here we are. Dodgers get to pick up the pieces, not finishing the job. So,
yeah. But
this is a football pod, so whatever.
Yeah. So baseball's over. Basketball's back. Yay.
Yeah, we have a dynasty basketball league too. That's not working out. I think that no matter how hard we try, we're still we're a football podcast.
I do dynasty basketball too.
Oh, Josh, you could have had a person in the league that actually paid attention to the lineups.
That's okay. I'll give her an orphan next year because
there's going to be like 7 of them. I don't think I've looked at my lineup since week 1. Basketball's hard. I like baseball when you can set the daily lineup. Basketball doesn't. It just doesn't feel the same. I can't do. I drafted LeBron James. He's doing well, and I don't know what else anybody else is doing.
I really like my team this year, but that's my league is really complicated, though. It's a dynasty auction rookie type league. So we have a separate rookie draft from the regular draft.
Also in my fantasy league, probably. No, so there you go, Josh. You got some orphan. I'm sure Alex would take one too if he's given the chance.
Yeah, I chose the worst group of people to start a dynasty basketball league. So, Sam, you're invited. Don't worry, there'll be plenty of teams to choose from.
You'll be and you'll only be the second girl too. So there's actually already a girl in the league. There'll be 2 girls now, so it will be diversifying even more.
Perfect. That's awesome.
It's woman.
A woman, lady, female, whatever.
I was fine with either of those. Yeah.
The chicks.
Gender is a spectrum.
Wow, that's deep.
That was very deep.
That's topical. That's topical.
That should be the takeaway and little caption you guys put on today's episode.
Oh. Uh-oh. Someone got an alert.
That was a Lakers score.
All right. Is your cat still bothering you?
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll let you finish your article. So yeah, you can listen or you can read Sam at the Fantasy Authority. She does a flex piece every week. And you can find her also on Twitter at, like I said earlier, Samantha R. Holt, at Samantha R. Holt. So thanks, Sam, for jumping on. I know it was a little botchy, but you survived, and now you can go mess with your cat some more.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Hopefully he doesn't run across my laptop, which is what prevented me from writing my article last week. He could not leave it alone.
Be better, cat. All right, see ya.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
All right, that was Sam. She's the only one that has ever had any sort of knowledge or stats on this. So we appreciate
even out
that.
of us, she has more stats than we do.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this guy played it on this team once, and I'm going to make an article about him and a revenge game. And I really thought that was our best segment we've ever had was until that happened. So yeah, that's Sam. She's going to be on here and there if we need to put some filler on. Or if any gender discrimination.
Wait, filler.
If we don't have anything to talk about, think about last
We
week.
never have anything to talk about. That's the point.
That is the botch. That's what we do here. We have nothing to talk about, and we
So she'll be on what?
every week. No, definitely not every week. Every anniversary episode, we bring back all the guests from all the anniversary episodes. So every 10th, 15th, and 20th episode.
Awesome. All right, well, let's get to our next segment.
I love Josh's like boom, boom. Let's just jump to the next one. I love it.
Josh hates guests.
He does.
No, I like Sam. She's nice. I love Sam. I
didn't say,
Andrew.
I wasn't talking about Sam. I was just talking about
In general.
other people in general.
Yeah, you hate humans.
No, I don't.
I think he just loves us and he wants us to do well because you don't want someone random to jump on and be like, oh, we want to listen because so-and-so came on. I get that. I understand. Believe me, we will always be the front and center of the show. Plus, no one wants to associate with us anyway. At least not paywall Twitter, NFL Twitter, 280-character Twitter. Those people don't want to have anything to do with us.
Yeah, I can't wait for my mom to tell me that, Sam Holt should be on more than I should. That's going to be great.
She already told me that, so.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's what she said.
Oh, all right.
It doesn't even fit here. Oh, man.
Next segment, streams. That was a great
I'm more
segment.
of like a brook or like a creek guy. I don't know about streams.
Brook of the week. Brooke Shields.
The Brook of the Week.
Wait, hold on. Real quick. Do you guys call it a creek or a crick?
Creek.
It's a creek.
Like Tyreek Hill.
All right. Because there's some people in the South, Josh, who say crick.
My
I've
crick.
never said
I go to my crick.
No one goes to their
Went
creek.
down to the creek the other day and caught some crawdads.
You guys have the worst Southern accents ever.
Hey,
You're not
y'all.
gonna do it justice.
Hey, y'all. I'm Josh.
Hey, y'all.
I'm Yoshi.
Josh.
I'm Yoshi.
So we're going streams of the week.
Jesus Christ. Tight ends against the Giants. Garrett Selleck. Boom.
That's
All
my
right.
stream of the week.
Streams of the week.
8 weeks in a row, the Giants have allowed a touchdown to a tight end. And so George Kittle's out. Vance McDonald got traded. Vernon Davis is – yeah.
Between the Giants and the San Francisco – I was about to say the San Francisco Giants. So it's a 1-7 team or 1-7.
Yeah, this is pretty much for like the first pick of the draft. Exactly.
Yeah, like it's a winless team versus a team with 1 win. This is going to be a fun game.
Yeah, I'm thinking, and it's, you know what sucks? It is a 3:25 game, and it means it's America's game of the week for like the West Coast.
God.
Yeah, you're fucked, dude. Yeah, because while the rest of the country gets Dallas, Atlanta, you'll probably get Tom Brenneman doing the Giants Niners over there. That's what Red Zone's
stick to
for.
baseball.
You know what? We're gonna have a baseball dedicated episode one day, and I love Tom Brenneman because he is the smuggest broadcaster in the world. I love him. So yeah, start.
Are we done talking about baseball? Are we done?
Start Garrett Selleck because there's no Vance McDonald, there's no Vernon Davis, there's no George Kittle, the one who's actually on the team right now. So the Giants have allowed a touchdown to opposing tight ends. I'm sorry, the Giants have allowed a touchdown to opposing tight ends for 8 straight games. So maybe they make it 9 with their third string blocking tight end.
Awesome. Start tight ends against the Giants. Okay.
Yes.
Zach, shootout of the week. Who you got?
You talked about that. You want to expound on it? No Mike Evans, so spread the ball around.
Yeah, no Mike Evans. You got Jets don't have really anybody as well that's worth anything. I don't know. It'll be actually interesting. The one thing I'm interested to see is actually Matt Forte and Bilal Powell, like how that's gonna fade out. Like I don't know if that Matt Forte week last week was like a fluff, like he's actually going to continue to like score and shit, or if it's going to be Bilal again for the next 4 weeks, and then we'll get Matt Forte, in the most important week of the year, fantasy playoffs. So that'll be fun to watch. But
that's true. No, you're right, because Bilal Powell the last 2 years has become like the random RB1 during fantasy playoffs over the last 2 years. So I wouldn't happens again. So,
All right, Mike.
yes,
What is your shootout of the week?
it's a tie between two of them, but I'll let you have the other one. I'm going Pittsburgh and Indy.
Thank you for letting me have your sloppy second.
All right, I'm going to say Buffalo and the Saints.
Thanks for letting me have your sloppy seconds again.
Again, Tyrod Taylor is going to fling the pill to Kelvin Benjamin, his new toy. Charles Clay's back. LaShawn McCoy, no way he's going to have a bad game again. Unless he hit the wall, then he's done. And obviously, Travaris Cadet against his former team. But the best play of the week on the Buffalo Bills is going to be Deontay Thompson. Also on the Saints, Breeze is going to just sling the ball all over the place. Mike Thomas did not practice today, so look for Ted Ginn to step it up. And obviously Alvin Kamara from some college in the state next to Kentucky is going to have a great game. Mark Ingram, if he doesn't fumble, will as well. I think it's going to be one of those games in red zone where they just go back to it over and over again.
Yeah. Alvin Kamara is going to score 47 fantasy points in standard leagues.
Oh,
In standard, wow.
Not even decimal. Like, you don't even get points for, like, parted
It'll
yardage.
47 points flat. Michael Fabiano told me so. Okay. Everyone hates him. I don't know why he still exists. He's the worst. Okay. Which one did you do, Buffalo? Okay. The one that's on the sheet for me to read is Pittsburgh, Indianapolis. Almost said Indiana, but Pittsburgh and Indianapolis. Brissett is the future in Indianapolis. Andrew Luck needs to get traded, and they need to roll with Brissett for the next 10 years or so. And I think he's going to show out against Pittsburgh.
I think he's
going to play defense since Vontae Davis is out. They're going to put Brissett at corner. He's going to play corner and quarterback at the same time.
I'm thinking 51-50.
I'm loving it. 101 total points.
Who's playing something in the background?
I think it's Zach.
Zach, we're on a podcast.
That is not me. That is not me. I was going to say a fun little fact about this. It literally translates to the capital of Indiana.
Yep. Polis is capital.
Yep.
Like Annapolis in Maryland. Anal Polis.
Oh,
wow.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Well, on that note, that does it for the Wednesday edition of the Botch Pod.
Wait, I have a birthday shout out that someone made sure that I said it to. So Taylor from DFS, some site, she does stuff for TFA also, said it's her birthday on Friday, so happy birthday, Taylor. Hope that you go crazy in the streets of the state you're from. Redacted. So, all right, go on.
I don't wish people happy birthday who don't check their Dynasty basketball leagues. Okay, thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Josh Bennett, and you can find me on Twitter at DynastyJosh. You can follow Michael Vincent on Twitter at MVTweetsHere and Zach Van Kirk at Zach, ZACHHVK_NFL. What a shitty Twitter handle.
You're a scumbag. You're a bot.
You're terrible. Follow our podcast on Twitter at Botch Pod. We're always down to answer questions during the week, so shoot them our way. Also, please subscribe on iTunes. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, get your grandmother. We'll make some content for your grandmother. Just get her on there, listening to our pod, and get her to give us a 5-star review.
Not grandmother.
We're
not great.
We're going to do a segment next week on knitting.
And perfect.
Crochet.
Be sure to check out our work on fake pigskin, which right now there's not any because Zach is lazy and won't create mock drafts. But sooner or later we'll get them, and you can go on there and participate in mock drafts for fakepigskin.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Later, guys.
Bye.
Oh, what a night. Late December back in 63.
9.
Nice.
Very special time